think people need climbing to help them stop being such big babies. I think they're, society's getting really, really soft, and climbing is one of the things that is intentionally left a little bit hard.
Yeah, come on. Stick with it. Finish it up. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Yup. Slope her up above the anchors. There it is. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Woo!
Take. And what? Action. 9-4.
Okay.
You gotta clean up right?
Get me off this thing.
It's a really traumatic experience for a lot of people to be that high. It's a natural fear to be afraid of heights, I think, and I think that people need something in their lives that they have to work to get to, work hard to attain, and a climb is usually going to be that.
I love just grunting it out and falling, the occasional fall, not huge whippers all the time, but it's this feeling of, freedom and accomplishment and failure and struggle, but it's all just so good. It's just so fun.
What I really like is even if I don't get a route perfect, or I don't even get up the route, if I I'll know if I gave it what I could.
I think personally why I like climbing so much is it teaches me more about myself than anything in my whole life ever has.
It all comes down to you evaluating yourself, and that's what matters the most. And when it doesn't feel like climbing anymore, when you've cheated, and when you didn't really do the route the way you should have, and you don't enjoy it as much. That's what keeps people honest, I think.
And I haven't really left a day of climbing upset, and there's not many activities I can say that about. It seems like anytime I don't quite live up to my expectations at stuff, I get really upset, and that's not so much the case with climbing, because I pretty much just give it everything I have, and what happens happens.
That's a good question. Why am I still climbing? I just really like to get outside. It's funny because I do architecture, so I'm, kind of the mediator of the built environment, but at the same time I almost despise the built environment. I feel like nature has got everything we need, and, by going out to the rock, I can really relish, in nature.
I needed something that gave me personal satisfaction, and that I really enjoyed, and just kind of got me out into the world, got me out into the wilderness, just to kind of roam a little bit. And so that's what it does for me personally.
I think it's made me a stronger person too in my everyday life. Just learning to deal with uncomfortable situations and get past them.
Once in a while I realize that my head is a lot cooler, that I have probably a lot more of an even keel because of climbing. It really set me up to perform favorably in stressful situations.
When I go to bid a photography job, or I'm directing someone on how to pose and this and that and the other thing, the confidence to do that, I think a lot of it comes from my confidence that I've gained through climbing, because I know how to face fears when they're very legitimate fears, as well as sort of the phantom fears of like sport climbing or a safer version of climbing. But I've also had really serious moments in my climbing. Over 9 years, shit hits the fan. It just happens.
Since I started climbing and taking it more seriously, I've always been able to set higher goals for myself. And I feel like it's helped me become a better person because of this goal-setting ability. I know what I want out of climbing, and that sort of translates back to what I want in my life and where I want to go.
You know, now when I do those other things, they're never as intimidating because I've been faced with very serious, very real consequences, and some model thinking that I'm not doing it right or that I'm a bad photographer or something rolls right off now. It just doesn't matter that much. So.
It's gonna sound totally cliche, but climbing literally changed my life. Like, I have such a passion for it. Like, I love climbing like I've never enjoyed anything. You know, I grew up loving sports, but this is the greatest sport ever. I just absolutely love it. And the funny thing is, when I say it changed my life, like, I grew up without, you know, a whole lot of confidence and stuff. Being the little guy in sports, you know, you get knocked around and all that kind of thing. But and I found climbing, and it was like I found my niche.
It's just something that, you know, I really don't ever want to stop doing.
There's always going to be something harder to climb. There's always going to be another thing keeping you motivated to stay strong.
Yeah, it all kind of goes back to meeting people and making friends, because that's what's most important pretty much in this world to me. So, friends.
That's the real deal. Going out, having fun, being with good people, doing fun climbs, and getting scared once in a while. I think that that's really important. I'm not saying that you have to think you're going to die every day, but I think that that's one of the healthiest things that I've gained is a good scare every once in a while. You know, a good, woo! That was a close one. Barely made it through that section. Praise Jesus. I've lived another day. That's what I enjoy most at the end of the day.
The sun is set and I am home now. I have spent another day chasing shadows of tomorrow. Without you I lose my way. We have driven countless miles and cast our cares to yesterday. And though the clock she keeps on ticking, she don't stop. We drive on down this old highway. Nothing's where it used to be, and everything is wrong with me. But I got you to help me through tonight. 'Cause we've been friends since we were young. We're wild and free, still kinda dumb. Together I know we can find our way.
Think they learned anything today?
I hope so. I hope they're not too confident with what they've learned, though. Because I'm not too confident with what I've taught them.